Hello, my name is Margaret from Blackwater Floral Accessories. Our website is www.floralaccessories.com. I'm going to do a very simple design today using a stone, pin holder and a piece of Oasis Fix with just a few flowers. Now you might wonder how you could use a stone as a container for flowers, but this is a quarry stone and it has been cored to allow the use of a 2-inch pin holder, this size here, which is a 2-inch pin holder. So the stone is a very interesting piece, this one, but we have lots of interesting pieces on the website. This one has a nice texture to it, some nice contours, and it's a nice shape and size. You can see the hole drill there for the pin holder. Nice shape there to that. You can see the front one here is a different colour and shape, and it has got little layers on it coming down along here. This one, another one, different colour again and a different size. Now they can be used any time of the year. In the springtime they're ideal for daffodils, tulips, lilies, any hollow stems, irises, or in the summertime nice for roses and any kind of woody stems. You have some nice shrubs in flower in the summer, so you could use them in your pin holder here. In the autumn, like here, this is an example of an autumn arrangement, and it was made with the same size pin holder, a 2-inch pin holder. So now here we have this is the spindle tree. A lot of people haven't heard of it. It's a tree that lives to over 100 years old. It can live to that age. These are the fruits. I'm not sure if you can see one there. Take one from here, maybe down low. Now, that is the fruit of the spindle tree. If you can see it there. Tiny little thing, lovely shade of pink at this time of the year, and when it opens it has got orange seeds. They were used, the spindle tree was used long ago for making spindles for spinning wool. Also in ancient times it was used to make knitting needles, of all things. So you can see then I have picked some rose hips from the side of the road, some blackberries, some sloes, and then a very kind neighbour gave us some nice hydrangeas. Also I have a garden plant here, Virginia, which is the common name is elephant ears. And of course the piece of contorted hazel to add a bit of interest to it. So that's the autumn design. Up here we have a Christmas design using a stone as well. And just a simple, just 3 poinsettias. It's quite stable using the pin holder and your stone as the container. So now first of all, I will show you how to put in the pin holder. It's a 2-inch, as I say, very simple to use. You would get a piece of Oasis Fix, about that length I would say would be adequate, and you just tear it off. So I've already torn a piece off here. So you then, when you have your piece of Oasis Fix, you warm it between the palms of your hands, just to get it a bit pliable, and then you put it onto the base of the pin holder. Incidentally, when you're buying a pin holder, make sure that the pin holder has brass pins, because otherwise the pins rust very quickly, especially using the pin holders in fresh flower arrangements when you have to use water. So the brass pins are essential really if you want to get any bit of use at all out of your pin holder. Brass pins, remember. So these particular pin holders are available on our website, as are the stones and the Oasis Fix. So now I've just popped it in there. No. And you just press it down and you just leave it for about a minute, and then you can add your stems. Okay? Just to show you the stone without any flowers or foliage coming down too close to it, which would obscure the view. So this is I'm going to use this side today as the front. So you could also use that side. You could use this side, or you could use that one. So now. So this is the piece of wood I'm going to use today. It's a piece of contorted hazel. Beautiful piece, lovely shape to it. This is ideal for flower arranging because you can spray this. You can use it in the autumn time, you can use it in the summer if you're doing bouquets and you want to add a bit of interest. You can just spray the contorted hazel and to suit the colour of the flowers you were using. So you could also, if you didn't have this, you could use a piece of wood like this. This is a branch off an old apple tree and it has the lichen on it, which adds a good bit of interest and a nice bit of colour as well. There's a bit of moss there as well on this one. Again, if you don't have that, a piece of birch will do, or some dogwoods. If you tied a few dogwood stems together, you could use the dogwood. Any of those would be ideal. So now I will put in this first. This is my first piece going in. So you put it in towards the back to give you room for the rest of your flowers and your foliage. Now you press it down well so that it stays in position for you, and towards the back. You will need to put it towards the back to give you space for your flowers. Okay? I think if you had nothing else in this and you just fill this with moss and had just a few bits down there, you have a display on its own with nothing else. No flowers or any other foliage or anything like that. So now we will put in some flowers. Now I did a bit of preparation on these because I said you wouldn't want to be sitting there looking at me just pulling leaves off and that. So the first one that goes in is your tallest stem. So this goes in just in front of the contorted hazel, like so. Like so. I am going to use 5 of the lilies in total. So it's a quick arrangement to do once you get used to it. So a small bit of practice and you'll be away. Now I'm going to put in some foliage. You could put in the foliage first if you wanted to. It's a matter of choice really, but ideally I suppose foliage in first would be good. But now I'm going to add some common ivy. And at the moment, as you see, the ivy has the little green and yellow flowers on it. Later on it will have some berries, which are lovely to use in Christmas arrangements, really nice. You could also put a bit of glitter on the ivy leaves at Christmas time, and it certainly adds to their shape and colour, of course. So now, as you can see, that's shaping up nicely. And it doesn't take long to do. The lilies are ideal, but you could also use roses. You could use gerberas. You could use the big chrysanthemums, and of course the hydrangeas are ideal. Now we're almost finished. It's strange to think of a stone as a container, but it can be done. These are new to our product range, so hopefully you'll find them of interest. As I say, they're unique. They would make a lovely gift for somebody who is into floral art already and has everything else. The stone is amazing piece to work with. So now there's a very simple flower arrangement just in a few minutes. Now I can appreciate if you're starting off it will take a bit of time, but just remember your tall piece of wood, your flower with a bud, not a fully opened one, keep that for lower down in the arrangement. If you're buying the lilies and they're very green, you'd be best off to leave those and get another packet, because if it's showing a bit of white at all like this, you'll have a flower in a day or so. So just remember, if they're very green, leave them and buy a different bunch. So now I will just bring down the Christmas one to show you. So now, oh, Mr. Robin nearly went for a walk. So now, hope you can see that okay there. So there are the 3 designs for today. Something simple and very fast. So thank you for watching, and we'll be back again soon. And our website again is www.floralaccessories.com. And these, as I say, the stones, the pin holders, the oasis fix, the robin, all available on our from our online store. Thank you.